There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get
¿Qué pasa, cracks? Ya estamos aquí. Vamos a ver la World Cup de pinche Fortnite. Así que nada, vamos a verla. Vamos a quitarle un poquito casi toda la música. Vamos a verla, güey. Es que ve, güey, están en espadas y tienes que matar con espadas. Puedes matar con espadas. Puedes matar con todo que pinches quieras. Así que vamos a ver qué se puede hacer, qué se puede hacer, qué se cuece en estas madres. Ve, güey, es que todos se están madreando ahí. Estaba aquí el Rubius, está el Rubius jugando la World Cup. Está el Rubius y muchísimas people que no conocemos. Es que ve, güey, todos con espada. Es que no sé si reaparece o no, güey. ¿Reaparecerás? Ustedes se están puteando, No, sí hay reapariciones.
Oh, he's holding a trophy. He's looking around, he's telling him to let him know, man, and that's what it's all about.
Oh, está chingón, está chingón.
Point lead, but no contention because everyone is tunneling on the bottom.
Es que tienen que proteger su base, ¿no? Algo así, güey.
Other teams kind of realize, wait a second, they're just up there scoring. Like, what can you do in this instance? They see the other scores. That leaderboard is running for them. What they have to do.
Por lo que creo que tienen que defender su base, güey. O sea, tienen que... Ese modo creativo no lo había visto.
They let their guard down one time and suddenly Llama Record takes the lead as if Fish Fam wasn't just farming all those points. Nope, Fish Fam no longer have a free point. It is up to everyone to stop the Llama Record Company here because Hand of Blood has 17 elims and he's going for the middle now. He's got his team.
Ya me dio sueño, agarré la camarena, dice por aquí. Duérmete.
Oh, he's still waiting. Look at the big brain plays. Comes
Oh.
Right there, and it's all his. The center point is his to earn points now, Sundown. It's so close. It's just a few more kicks. That would be it. One more goes over. And
no mames, ganaron las malditas llamas.
The first match, Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex, JJ, and Carnifex are your match one, set one winners right there. Incredibly impressive coming out. Well executed gameplay, and they say, Scissors, you can hold that L instead of the trophy. Don't celebrate too early. It's the World Cup Creative Finals. Every game is worth so much money as well, so much prize. So to take a victory off the bat, you have to be feeling great. And that was your fan fave to pick. I mean, they had everything going in there.
Replay, dice, ¿cómo ganaron? Uy, yo en 978, 990 y ahí 1000 points, güey, a la madre. O sea, tienes que conseguir 1000 puntos en cuestión de estando en esa zona.
That's right, that is right. Loving this replay right there. The let's goes, the energy is real.
Volvete al Gears of War. No, yo creo que al rato voy a hacer directo de Call of Duty.
Fantastic. Honestly, I love Sky Station Showdown so much because I think there's a level of depth there, right? Everything is wood, so you're able to like kind of hit through it, and the Infinity Blade cuts through all of it right away. But the Infinity Blade wielder doesn't have the ability to build, needs the support from his teammates. So you saw.
Pero como hay alemanes, vaya, allá atrás hay un alemán, hay un inglés, alemán, inglés, norteamericano y otro que no sé qué chingue, qué bandera es esa. Dice, eso sí me interesa. Es como las, ¿cómo se llama? Los Pro Circuit.
They couldn't group together in those long spawn lines like you were talking about. I mean, they could be painful.
Yeah, you know, I was rooting for Raven's revenge, man. I might have to jump on the Llama Record Company bandwagon.
Bandwagon it? Really? One match?
Just one, dude.
One match? That was quick. All right, well, he jumps on the bandwagon. We're going to jump on over to Pookie, who has an interview for us.
Thank you so much, guys. I am here down on the arena.
Un hobbit, güey. Un hobbit.
We have the Llama Record Company. Now, have any of you ever played this? Let's go to you first.
Yeah, we had a few training sessions yesterday and we were totally dominating.
Match winners, ganadores del juego, de la competencia.
And right now, we feel very confident, yeah.
Well, you certainly played, like, you came a little bit from behind there, so your strategy was kind of like to get those points.
El vato atrás con su llama, güey.
Beginning, and then kind of go into the middle and kind of start dominating near the end. Who made that call?
I mean, that was pretty much me, yeah. Like, we know that at 7 minutes, like, the middle just opens up and you get like 12 points a second instead of 3. So, yeah, we decided to work on that.
Mejor vete al Gears of War, eso sí me interesa.
So, yeah, it went pretty good.
Speaking of strategy, are you going to carry that into the later games? You're going to change it up?
We're just going to do the same thing. Hopefully no one follows us.
I mean, now all of your competitors have heard you say that, so we might have to discuss strategy a little bit when the microphone gets turned off. Now, finally, for you over here, how does it feel being here, playing in front of this massive audience?
It feels amazing, like it's just a dream coming true.
Ese güey no sé qué dijo porque no sé, parece alemán, desgraciado.
All of this way to just be here, be at the World Cup. Is it surreal? How do you feel about it?
It's an experience. It's really nice.
Yeah, and we love Spando.
All right, well, we'll talk about that. You guys
The experience is amazing.
I'm not sure what that is. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations on taking the first game. Casters back.
Ganaron la primera competencia.
Thank you so much, Llama Record Co., Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex, JJ, and Carnifex taking the very first match of the creative finals, the first match on this stage. I mean, it was an impressive format. They clearly had a strategy they wanted to execute on. It took them a little bit to get there, but over the course of the game, they were consistently accruing points.
Yeah, I should have known last night they were going to do good. Saw them on the hotel lobby. They were hanging out, literally as a crew. One of the only creative teams that I saw sticking together like a squad. Should have put my money in them.
Like I said, bandwagon. It took less than one match in an interview, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm fully on board, no problem.
I'm so convinced.
It's all good. This set has been so exciting. I mean, who are you looking out for? Who can contest them? And what do you think the next step is to shut them down? They say, hey, we have a game plan. We're going to do the same thing. And I agree. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, stick to that if you're going to keep
Todos practicando,
what
güey.
other teams do to now make them uncomfortable. How do you go challenge that?
I mean, honestly, we saw a lot of that team play out of the Fish Fam, right? You wait for your Infinity Blade wielder to come up and then get the team to back them up. You have to work together. And remember, when you catch an elimination, you get mats for it so it can help you build.
Yes, mats and the health back, but the first match is done. The second
Pues las pinches sillas gamer, yo quiero una.
now, and we will have a pretty good idea of where we're going. I'm excited to see if they can repeat, and now the second match is underway, and right
It's
away
coming.
we see some players sprinting out, some opting to take some hunting rifle shots as Lachlan grabs that Infinity Blade.
Ve estas islas creativas bien perras, güey, bien desgraciado.
Actually make it to the top. If you hit the vent, jump and then jump again. 2 jumps right away. Fish Fam and chicken contenders. God, awful. Chicken champions. Apologies.
Tenders, chicken what? You trying to eat some
Tender defender,
Let's
chicken
go.
tenders. I know, my fault.
All right, here we are. So this time around, the Sunshine Soldiers actually managed to get some points off the bat. Very good for them, but Little Whip Warriors, same thing we saw before. How to take, you know, a little bit of the first big step here.
I mean, Ninja, it
Oh,
knows those jumps.
los pollos, debe ser ninja los pollos, ¿no? Se fue, los pollos.
But the early tag fights coming out, Tomoya
Estaba por aquí, estaba viendo el Rubius, güey. ¿Dónde está el cabrón?
back out. And what really is important here is about establishing control. You want to stay together and just get your momentum rolling as Ninja goes up, followed quickly by the Little Whip Warriors. Ninja goes first, gets one elim, gets two elim as they swarm from both sides. So Ninja was up, two from the back, one from the front. That was a very well-coordinated retake.
Love how they did that, and now they're all holding it together. Kaz holding down the backside, keeping these players off the ramp. But it's Gotaga's squad who's coming up the top here. It's Chappie, and Gotaga dives right on up into it. And doesn't matter, he just gets taken right down.
Ahí está ninja.
This is what you need to do here.
Six eliminations already coming out from them. Taldock with one, Kaz on
13 minutos, güey, para conseguir 1000 puntos. Cita los estos de... ¿Cómo se llaman esas madres de los pinches conitos de helado? No sé cómo le llaman. Van ganando 107 a 1000 puntos tienen que conseguir, güey. Pero no sé si es con respecto a muertes o respecto a todos estar en la zona. Creo que todos tienen que estar en la misma zona, ¿no? Si todo el equipo está en la zona, van ganando más puntos, ¿no? Sí, sí, sí. No tiene que mantenerse ahí, güey, dentro del círculo. 153 puntos, Ahí está, mira, Chicken Champion es del Rubius, güey, yo no sabía. Van en segundo lugar en este momento.
Life there as Ninja challenges Magma. Will he be able to clean that one up?
Yes,
and
he
does. But Chappie's on the other side. Slam goes down right away. But now we're over on board with your match one winners, the Llama Record Go. And they're already slaying out as well.
Uy, ahora las llamas están muy abajo, güey.
On Hand of Blood, which is actually efficient. Assuming he doesn't need the health, will have the sword reject going through, but he can't use the builds, right? So
yeah,
other people need them.
He can't build, he also can't get hit right now, so he needs to be careful.
Venga, los chickens, el Rubius es de los que se va a morir, güey.
But someone dives right on up, he has to put that pressure down, and it's the Chicken Champion to make a quick end of him. And it's their turn to start accruing points, but no. Chicken Champion leader goes down there.
Sigue ganando los pinches, los de Ninja, güey. Sigue ganando los de Ninja, los jugadores de Ninja, güey. 216 puntos, güey. Dice Jacob, hola Kevin, dice, bro, hagamos partidas. Kenny, Realpe, aguántate porque estoy viendo esta madre, güey. Y quiero terminar de verla porque se ve interesante esta madre, güey.
The Funky Fighters are trying to get that dominant lead they had in that game one. Can they get it? Ooh, noses on.
Güey, los conitos de lado se detuvieron en 216 y ya los van a alcanzar, ¿Por qué? ¿Quién sabe, güey?
Focusing in on the points here.
And you can see the Funky Fighters trying to prevent that ramp coming up. It's very efficient to just immediately, as soon as you come out, have two team members ramp up into the left or up into the right so you can get up to the first level. However, me dijeron que hay una cierta cantidad de... Hay solamente 3, güey, 3 como estándar, entonces tienen que ganar la zona. Venga. No, and this was the double jump I talked about. Ninja goes straight up. That's the first elim. He's going to be able to point his camera, go up.
Tiene que ganar la zona.
As the team decides, but instead, going to save that jump to be more impactful. Raven's Revenge trying to get pushed out right here. Gotaga and crew doing everything they can, but Taldock is going up the back. Chappie gets taken down for Ninja's 8th elim, and he jukes him out, going straight back up top. Gotaga, does he have the health to take?
No, estaba muertísimo, Dice, oye, me tengo que ir, bro. Solo vine a salvar al crack. Venga, Jacob, un saludito, bro. Y gracias por venir solamente, crack. Un saludito, bro. Ya los sobrepasaron, güey. Otra vez estos men del... Bueno, ese Funky Fighters. No lo había visto. Está difícil ganar la zona, güey, donde haces puntos. Son 3 nada más. ¿Cuántos equipos son, según? 8 equipos, güey. Uy, los conitos, güey, siguen arriba, 250 y tantos, 261 siguen ahí,
And even with no health, says
Oh, casi la clava, güey.
he was so close.
Yeah, you can see him calling out the whites there on the sword, knowing they only need a couple more shots to get it as we switch back on over to the Cuddle crew, who've established...
Uy, lo vieron los ositos, que van, que van.
The first time we're really seeing them all together, but Clytex immediately gets ripped from the spawn.
Yeah, Lackland's team needs to represent. There they are.
Oh, los ositos van, los ositos van.
A couple of eliminations. You can see X-Sandy here.
¿Por qué se ve así, güey, de pronto?
16 Elam, so definitely has some slayers there.
Yeah, they need to figure out their game plan because they're getting elims and putting things together. They have solid numbers. They're just not getting the right hill time. Maybe it's go somewhere else. You don't always have to go to the point that's directly in front of you. Go contest someone, or maybe just go mess with somebody at their spawn. Delay them so they don't rotate towards you. Like a number of times, as you said before, you can see where people are spawning.
Los conitos 369, bro. Que no veo los conitos que ganan esta, Los, ¿cómo se llama? Cucurucho de helado, algo se llama, ¿no? Los cucuruchos. Mira, ahí está Ninja, güey. 400 puntos ya van a ser los desgraciados. Míralo, míralo. Ah, por cada uno que son 3 puntos que le dan. Mira, 415, 408. Mierda, los Ninja, güey. Los pinches cuervos, dice por aquí. Llego tarde a replays. No, brother, acabo de empezar esto. Es la segunda partida del modo creativo. Supuestamente yo, bro. Saludito, brother. Si eres nuevo en el canal Ad Replays, pues suscríbete, bro, y dale like. Dale likeazo. Let's go. Christopher Hinojosa dice: hola, hola Christopher, bienvenido al directo. Hoy estamos reaccionando a la World Cup de creativo, de modo creativo, ¿no? Es la segunda partida que se echan de la World Cup de modo creativo, bro.
They're definitely creeping their way right back up. They're about to hit that 300 point mark there. Here we have
¿Cómo salen volando, güey?
And again, no surprise, Ninja and his crew.
You surprise, motherfucker.
And the way they've angled this build is brilliant because if you come up the steps, you're pushing into somebody's right hand.
Mira, ya está otra espada. Le vas a dar las espadas para que las agarre. Let's go, dice Gabriela. ¿Se permiten apuestas? Pues si apuesta así como de naps, te envió un peso si gana tal. Pues, sí, pues, apuéstenle. Porque yo le voy a ahorita a los cucuruchos, güey. Uy, la otra zona se ha abierto, bro. Justamente se acaba de abrir otra zona. Y esa creo que es la que da más puntos, güey. Creo que da no sé cuántos puntos da la zona por esa zona por estar ahí. Esa zona es la que da más puntos, según yo. O sea, cada que esté en lugar de dar 3 te da 6, algo así, el doble.
The chicken champions are committing to the 3 points right now. Little Whip Warriors as well. While contention is happening down in the bottom. No Infinity Blade Wielder is in there, but the steady climb of points coming at the chicken champions is...
Uy, las llamas. ¡Oh, la madre! En la mera cabeza, güey.
Is a little bit off the pace. They need to get the center uncontested. However, this game, they have a lot more attention on that.
Yeah, but look.
Mira, el equipo del Rubius, güey, el Rubius. El equipo del Rubio está bien tranquilillo por allá, míralo, míralo. Es que está bien tranquilito, güey, porque dice aquí son 400 puntos. Y si estamos todos acá adentro, son más puntos, mira. Ah, no, les dan 3 por cada uno, güey. Va, ya nos va a alcanzar, nos va a alcanzar el equipo del Rubius al primer lugar. A los cucuruchos. Los cucuruchos no están haciendo puntos y el Rubius ya lo va a alcanzar. Mira, mira. Mira, ahí está el Rubius. Hola, bro, hola, TheGrefg. ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido al directo, ¿verdad? Míralo, míralo. Ya los alcanzan, ya lo rebasaron, güey. En primer lugar están. El equipo del Rubio está en primer lugar. Es que los otros están súper concentrados en agarrar la zona que da más puntos, la del medio, que están aquí, están en una zona así, estos cracks. Están súper metidos en su zona, nadie los está molestando y todos están peleando en medio. Es una buena estrategia. 600, güey. Sí, esa literal, ahorita acaba de remontar el equipo del Rubius. El equipo del Rubius acaba de remontar, güey. No, mira, no es que el equipo... Chinga, porque ya no puntúa. Uy, se los acaban de quitar, güey, el punto. Holy shit. Holy shit. Uy, los acaba de rebasar esos gatos que son... Venga. Uy, lo remontan. Oh, que la remontan, lo vuelvo a remontar. Uy, la remonta, 88, 87. ¡Oh! La remonta es el equipo de Rubius. Dice ya 2K, exacto, de grado, ya 2K, brother, un saludito. ¡Ojo! Uy, bien, tal le acaban de quitar el punto al equipo del Rubius. Porque se quedaron en 400 y 714. Y otra vez remontan los malditos vatos estos con afro, los desgraciados. Mira, es que todos quieren el punto ese desgraciado. Los cucuruchos iban en primer lugar, güey. Se fueron hasta el cuarto, imagínate.
Kind of sends out for a second there just to kind of catch a breather, see if his teammates come back. But unfortunately, the timing was just a bit off. And the Llama Record Company now.
¿Cómo anda el equipo de Rubio? Rubio, no sea malo, vamos.
Find out here as this is their comeback story because they need these points desperately here. Hand of Blood still alive, just long enough to get a.
Y gracias por alegrarme en momentos que estoy triste. De nada, Gabriela, ya sabe, todo aquí. Ok, bueno, si tú apoyas, si te ha alegrado el día un día que estaba malo, comparte con tus amigos y tienes que se suscriban al canal. Oh Dios, mira cuánta construcción, güey. What the fuck is this? No, ya ganó otra vez, lo ganaron los afros, güey. 900. No me puedo creer a uno, güey. No, es que los afros más tienen que agarrar un punto y ya está, güey. Sí, mira, es que ese punto da muchísimo, de 639 y suben a 640 y algo, 600 así. Look at him, he's got a slight grin on his face, he wants to do it. Is this the point that he's gonna make it? Here it goes, he takes a stake, he does miss. He's going back for it now, his team's es que un punto, güey. Un punto. Güey, está en un punto, güey, no mames, qué pinche nerviosismo, ¿no? De estar solamente un punto. Güey, está en un punto, güey, qué asco. Ojo, los cucuruchos 700 de pronto, güey. Ahí está. ¡Oh, ahí está, güey! No mames, otra vez los afros, güey. Van a ganar los afros. Madre, güey, madre mía, es que sí, güey, los pinches afros, güey. Dice, oye, Gunter, ¿puede hacer privadas cuando termine la World Cup? ¿Por qué, brother? Pero sí, bro, haré privadas y eso. Terminar la World Cup, me iría a comer y vuelve el directo, reinicia y hago puras privadas.
Had the flashiest ending ever, just kind of diving in and wrapping it all up, but it was just good enough, like you said.
999, güey. Wow.
That's it. And I mean, you saw the impulse explosions the second after going off. The team's doing everything they can, but it was not enough to shut down the Funky Fighters. Tomoya,
the Funky Fighters.
Incredibly well done.
Te quiero ganar un PvP, jaja, de Gref, brother. ¿Qué pedo con ese sentido de superioridad que traes, papu?
Really? Well, I can't really. Okay, just gonna bandwagon right after. Yay, the next team who won. I'm their fan, but no, great performance coming out from them, and it's one thing we talked about, right?
Te quiero ganar un PvP.
From match to match, Llama Record was like, oh, we're gonna stick to our game plan. That didn't work out.
Yeah, it really didn't in those end-game situations. They really just kind of crept up and snuck and took the entire competition. They did.
La polla con cebolla. No sé cuántas partidas se van a jugar. 8, 10, 16, 32, 290 o 1000, güey. O sea, realmente no sé cuántas se van a jugar. Privadas. No. Call of Duty, dice Gabriela. No te puedo decir que voy a. O sea, 100% hoy hago directo de Call of Duty Black Ops 4, pero lo voy a hacer no de multijugador, sino de zombies. Pero, o no sé si hacerlo de Black Ops 3. Es que realmente quiero hacer los Easter eggs de los mapas que hay sobre la historia del Ether. Si no conocen Black Ops 4, en el directo lo van a conocer.
guys. First off and foremost, now I got to talk about the moment where you guys were just sitting. You needed 1 point left to win. What was that like?
I was really nervous. Like, I was just imagining, like, losing with 1 point would be terrible. So we just tried to get 1 more point, and we did it. So
it was definitely devastating. I was screaming in my seat. I heard all the fans in the audience screaming for you guys as well. So going into the next games, what do you guys think your strategy is going to be? Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing? Or going to mix it up a little bit?
I think doing what we're doing is fine, because first game we got second place, second game we won. So yeah, we're going to try and do the same thing and hopefully win again.
Mientras jugamos una de estas, ¿no? Venga. Mientras empieza la siguiente partida. Venga. Mientras inicia la siguiente partida nos echamos una... Si no quiero un Black Ops 2 Remastered, pues gente, ahorita lo van a ver. Si eras fan de Black Ops 2, había un mapa en Black Ops 2 que se llama Nuketown Zombies. Y en Black Ops 4, bro, con la nueva actualización y el nuevo mapa de zombies acaba de salir, literalmente estamos en Nuketown Zombies. O sea, va a ser la polla, bro, ahorita lo van a ver, lo van a ver. Mierda, me acaban de matar. Ya.
They didn't practice, they're just coming out here and wiping players up, so a lot of talented players here at the Creative Finals.
I mean, Tomoya talked about it. He was like, hey, when I pick my team, very confident there with their death run ability. Want to see what they do in the elimination race during World Run, but doing incredibly well so far at Sky Station.
Yo creo que quito la webcam para verlo completo, ¿no? Yo creo que sí, mira.
Just one step closer. So with the first place and the second place, they're clearly having a good set so far here at the Sky Station Showdown.
Yeah, it's been very...
Y así nada más vean, así lo ven completo. Y aparte pues ahí les dejo sus comentarios del directo para que sigan. Siempre estoy al pendiente de tus videos, gracias de Gref. Saludito, brother.
Roughly to placements, but you don't get punished if you're placing in that bottom half, 4th through 8th, all receiving the same amount of prize money in each one of the matches.
Yes, everyone is a winner, so you really have to fight till the end, regardless if you're in the lead or not. This is why these guys are going for it, because this is life-changing prize money on the line.
And I mean, we've seen the difference 10 seconds in that center circle. 120 right there, it makes a huge difference, but enough of us breaking it down. We're going to throw it outside to Bala, because he's going to show us what's up with the tactics. Bala, what do you got for us?
I'm out here at the Fan Festival, and I don't have a bandwagon here, but maybe after this set I'll have to hop on somewhere with Monster. We got a ton of awesome action.
Lo que dice, soy gringo, hablo en inglés y no te entiendo nada, ¿cierto? Ojo, es atrás del Neopicados. 5 días para que acabe la temporada. Como empieza el equipo del Rubius en segundo lugar. El primer lugar se posiciona el equipo del Rubius. This moment of the team and the Rubius. Some of my pinche inglés de mierda, ¿no? Let's go. ¡Pum! Nada, se lo van a chingar este va. ¡No, ojo! ¡El pollo! ¡Pollo loco! ¡Hola, madre! Se echó a 2 vatos ahí, güey. El pinche Rubius.
But all while Scissors was dancing and talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved, it was Llama Record Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards...
Uy, ya se abrió esa zona. Esa zona da muchísimos points. Mira, ahí está. Está haciendo la repetición de cómo ganó. Esa fue la primera partida.
Down on Sky Station Showdown, one more to go. We'll see where Monster lands at the end of this, because I will maybe join you on that bandwagon. Guys, take it back.
I mean, that's starting to get a little awful crowded, man. Real quick, you guys hopping on those bandwagons. But as you said, there is one more regular Sky Station Showdown match in this set. We will see it again later in the remix version during the Golden Games. And it's been so fun to watch the difference of players, who's able to be very strong with the Infinity Blade, how the pinches end up coming, and now in this third match, it's only going to get better from these guys.
Yeah, definitely want to see some more of that kind of team work happening here, and why not just hop right into a game right now, right? Let's go see some more action here because this last game of the
comienza esa madre, comienza la segunda ronda, la tercera ronda, güey.
Of this set one after this, a silver llama will be awarded, and we are in the match. It's Sky Station Showdown, set one about to be over, and here we
Let's go! Comienza la tercera ronda de este de modo creativo, la World Cup.
Players just kind of beelining out, and don't forget, you know exactly who your neighbors are. You know who is to your left and to your right because you can see the banners and the design.
Mira esta niña, está esa chava streamer que solamente enseña las boobies, güey, como casi la mayoría de las chicas streamers. O bueno, unas boobies, güey, a ver si la people me ve.
Yeah, this is what matters right here. Is stopping the funky fighters because clearly they have so far. Tomoya is off to the races here though. Center run away.
Ahí está Rubio. Rubio, no sea malo y gana.
Make a big appearance for themselves because they can really shake it up here. It can go any which way depending on who has the most victories really in the best placement.
Yeah, so currently you will see the fact that they're able to be pushed off right there. Llama Record go putting shots down towards this one. You don't want to peek though because the hunting rifles will be coming out in the shot. Just misses Carnifex right there. And he trades back down. Ninja firing it off but gets pushed out by Raven's Revenge right there.
Yeah, Carnifex having a tough time kind of listening in there. Carnifex was sniped from the side. Now we have Taldak here jumping right in from the Little Whip Warriors. He's going toe-to-toe. Rotaga's down and out.
So, if I'm the Llama Record Company, and I know I've won a match, and then I did okay in the last one, they were in fourth, so they were there, they're close. Funky Fighters have a win in a second place. Do you send somebody to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the...
Ya, el Rubio del Rubio se fue hasta quinto lugar, güey.
They're going to be finished off. Do you think they can spare somebody to do that, though? Because it's better off to deny them than it is to push up the top.
Yeah, but the problem is then, the Little Whip Warriors have been so consistent, you literally allow them to snipe the competition because you over-focus. Server through that, gritty work for you. And
Daniel Cortés Vejía dice: Hola, criminal directo, estás viendo acá la World Cup de modo creativo, brother. O sea, ya no se conforma solamente con partidas en dúos, escuadrones o solitario. Modo creativo ya también le entra. Chingue su madre, venga.
Yeah, even like Gotaga's team is still in this. They've been doing like relatively well so far. Here it is. He just kind of goes toe to toe and Ninja strikes him right down. Oh, but hey, his teammate comes on in. Raven's Revenge. Who is that? Magma comes right up to the top. And
uy, no, el equipo del Rubius. El equipo del Rubius es el del pollo, gente, si lo ven por ahí. El equipo del pollo es el del Rubius. O sea, ahorita va en cuarto lugar.
These guys do the speed runs and
speed run. On.
About it and watching them do this creative.
Siento que hay algo que hace como tum.
Goes straight up to delay and right back down. Cuddle Crew not quite able. It goes up again, so right now just denying the Cuddle Crew the points. But we talked about how we want to see more from them right now, pushing into the top three.
Yes, the Cuddle Crew, come on, make a big appearance. Every game is worth so much. You, at the very least, want to be up in that top 4 contestant so that you can take a little bit more home with you. Here it is, Ninja. Disengages, actually just takes down Magma. And hey, I like the strat here. He says, you know what, I got low health, let's just get back on this respawn wagon. Doesn't even give anyone the satisfaction.
Ya no va a 231, güey, a la madre. El equipo de Rubio se quedó en 138. Oh, que empieza a subir. 50, 53, 56, aún siguen. Perfect. 75, 68, 70, 74, 77, 80, 83. Uf, 86, venga, se va a posicionar a los 200. Entra a los 200. Uy, no, se la quitaron a 195, güey.
kind of bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? And he does. TODA goes right
No,
down, straight to the top.
That was sick, using the jump right as the animation had started to make sure he clipped him from the bottom, dodges the Funky Fresh Fighter out. GOTAGA now getting pinched from the side. 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything they can, and the shots will come out. Trying to find it, and Dracius is coming back up to try and get some defense there for GOTAGA, instead just gonna disengage.
It's actually prime movement right there as well.
Es que con la espada tienes muchísima más vida, güey, pero es mucho más lento y esta no quita tanto.
See if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is, someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 swipes. He goes down, he gets the siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here though.
We're seeing a lot more points being sorted. It's a little more top-heavy this game, going towards the 10-minute mark right now, with Raven's Revenge and Llama Record go 100.
Uy, no, no, el equipo de Rubia en sexto, nunca va a ganar una partida este mes.
Fell to the bottom of the totem pole. If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of the average, running for the win of this set. So they
Uy, 188 en la cabeza, güey. No, este está muertísimo. Hey, lo avienta.
Yeah, it does reset, and that might be one of those moments where you opt for deny, and in fact, he does saying, hey, I'm at 5 HP anyway. I'll see you in a bit. I gotta respawn.
Smart play for him.
No, ya 375, ese güey no lo alcanzan, ni de pedo.
Not quite sure who they pushed out here, but the impulse are flying overhead. And GOTAGA, they're doing so good at holding the point here, and this is why they're in the #1 lead. But they don't have too much cushion to play with.
No, particularly when
Es que le veía a pie, está esperando la zona del medio, que es la que da más puntos, güey.
no shots coming through, and RT actually using the door edit and just a little counter edit to make sure that nobody is able to come up and contest them, and it just starts raining shots down towards the Little Whip Warriors. Raven's Revenge making their lives difficult this game, but up comes Ninja. RTA goes down, Chappie goes down, Ninja gets a slam. GOTAGA, will he be able to find the last hit? Ninja intelligently backs away.
Los cucuruchos es el equipo de Ninja, güey. Va ahorita en, no mames, va en sexto lugar.
Played that stepping and sidestepping so that he can just stay alive, because it doesn't matter if your team successfully wipes a point. If you don't have your captain there to seal the deal for the points afterwards, then you cannot earn anything from it.
Uy, no, bro. Te quedas ahí y te dan un balazo con esa mano.
He gets taken out. Here it is. Tomaya's team has fallen to last place. Can they make a miraculous comeback here before the 7-minute mark? Maybe kind of get themselves in the running. They're trying their hardest.
And I mean, generally we talk about caster curses. It might be like player jinxes going on right now. Everyone's saying, yeah, we're doing well. We're going to stick to our game plan.
That just shows you no one is safe here. These guys are evolving, and they're playing a better game.
Ahorita lo que están ganando son los cuervos nuevos, los cuervos negros de Nuevo Toledo están ganando.
And Clitax has been fragging out. He's been playing so incredibly well, being aggressive, getting in
Como pa' tu casa, güey.
and doing it all with that rare tag. But he's been consistently highest up there in terms of the elam. You see Porto trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive building there from Cororo. Ryan Frantic comes out the side and cleans it up, but there is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Danya is
Ahí son 4 contra 2. Muertísimos. Ahí está, el equipo del Rubio. Rubio dice 11 kills lleva en este momento.
Doing so good right now. He's from Spain. He actually has a record on.
Y así de rápido le quitaron.
For live streaming 1.1 million.
No, un vato lleva 500.
One of the biggest content creators in Spain. Will they be able to push down towards the middle? As you can see, Little Whip and Llama.
Es que ya se han dado un chingo, creo que das 20 puntos o algo así.
As the Funky Fresh Fighters go in, but you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going.
Ahora 12 puntos, güey. Cada segundo 12 puntos de esa zona.
Funky Fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this.
Mira, 12 puntos, güey. Cada vez que estás, cada segundo que estés en esa zona, 12 puntos, güey.
Have to get as many points as possible.
But even with the 12-point one, we haven't seen a lead like this from GOTAGA in crew. They are nearly 300 points clear of the next team. Nobody else is contesting there. The Cuddle crew has not been able to catch.
¿Quién tiene el punto? Ahorita nadie, ¿no? No, ahorita nadie tiene el punto del medio.
Won't pass Raven's Revenge by just sticking with 3 points. They're in a fantastic spot to win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent.
Ve, en chinga suben. 456, 470 y algo así. 68, 80, 92, 500, no mames, llevan a... pero el primer lugar lleva 759. Que se metiera ahí unos 5 segundos, güey, con eso llevaron 800 y ya está. Dice, ¿cómo te parece el torneo? Me parece brutal, lo deja muy, muy entretenido. Dice, yo ahora te agrego, pero mañana echamos los PvPs. Dice, ¿cómo te parece el torneo? Me pareció la polla, brother. El de hace rato la polla, el de ahorita también está bastante guapo, está bastante entretenido. Mucha estrategia, mucho de estar en comunicación con tu team, No, o sea, ni de pedo ganan estos cracks. Es que, güey, o sea, el punto del medio da 12 puntos cada segundo. Y estos normales dan 3 puntos cada segundo. No es una buena estrategia actualmente. Velos. Cada segundo ahí, güey, 12 puntos.
To win this one, Ravens revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? Because we're in New York City, you know, you got to make pizza references. That's how we're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And all right.
Hola, mal, le dio.
It's unfortunate they're just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Gotaga doing his best to find where they want to go up.
No, es que ve los ositos, güey, ya lo van a alcanzar con estar en el punto ese.
Is still open and being constantly contested, but the Cuddle Crew are catching up with their steady three-point game. But now Gotaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the elim, and control is rested.
This is scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting points right now. So
debí desactivar las solicitudes de amistad porque van a aparecer muchísimas de este crack. Es un trabado que no, parece que no va directo. Venga.
Thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other two platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them, but right now, Gotaga. Oh, we saw what happened when Scissors did that.
Hola Kevin, ¿cómo estás? Hoy video en directo, Kevin. Un saludito, lo estamos viendo aquí, 870 los cuervos negros de Nuevo Toledo. No los alcanzan. No, ojo, 800 y algo. Ya están en los 900, 903 y al siguiente 900. 903, 906, 9, 12. 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Let's go. Los cuervos ganan. Gunter, ¿qué te está gustando más? ¿Qué team te está gustando más actualmente? El típico que me está buscando más, brother, es cuestión de en este momento los cuervos. ¡Ojo! No, 66, güey. Métanse. ¿Comienzan a puntear de nuevo? No, los van a alcanzar los ositos. Oh. No, ¿qué pasa? Ojo. ¿Qué pasa con los cuervos? ¿Dejaron de puntuar? Ah, no, ahí está. ¡Ojo! ¡Van al mismo! Güey! ¡Van al tiempo! ¡Ojo! ¡Oh! ¡No mames, güey! ¡Llevan al mismo tiempo! Güey, llevan 3. ¡A la madre! ¡Guau! ¡Qué victoria, ¡Qué final, güey! ¡No mames! ¡Cuervos, ositos! Güey! Ganaron los cuervos. Wow. This final is fantastic. It was fantastic.
They couldn't earn points and they lost the lead. They were just a tick ahead. That could have been their game.
I mean, it's just, let's check out the replay. You can see the counter in the top right, but the fish fam going up and challenging on the other side. You can see them hopping up there.
Ahí está Mungreal. Ah, no es el Mungreal.
As soon as they were there, and the celebration too. You have to be excited when you see that victory royale screen pop up when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do, though.
We you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap.
Ahí está, victoria de los cuervos.
Because they had it. They were one tick ahead. They were there, knocking on the door. 55,000 away from bonus prize on top of this entire competition. It was right there.
And it got taken away, and this is why I love Sky Station Showdown. The clutch little moments, the interactions that happen, very similar to Battle Royale, where every single thing that is happening on the map can affect the overall end result of the game.
La polla, que Dios, brutal,
Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, Artier, and Chappie as well. Just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the...
Dice Daniel Ortega, no entiendo en inglés, dice.
Now I get to say, I was
Don't worry, baby.
Started off with, Raven's Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, these are my guys. Let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Raven's Revenge, that's who I said when I started this whole thing. Told you.
You know, he's not wrong. They were able to take it there, but we're going to throw it up top to an interview with Ravens Revenge with Zeke. Zeke, you there, buddy?
I am here, son. Now, thank you so much. Fun fact, Monster did in fact say Ravens Revenge would win. I've got your back, Monster. I am here. You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, first question to you, Gotaga. How's it feel to be
Estuvo cardíaca esa final.
the roar and to be facing off against your peers? Was it what you expected?
Honestly, it's crazy, and I have a really strong team. We are learning a lot from our mistakes, and I'm so glad to be here, to be honest. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy being here. I'm right there with you. All right, so now who's the overall shot caller? Is it Gotaga? Is it you? Who is it?
Kind of all four of us. We were playing too afraid at first, so we just had to just go in there and just kill them as fast as we could, and then spawn trap. That was our goal.
Okay, what's the strategy?
Dice, ¿cuál es YouTube? Tu YouTube era mi YouTuber favorito, Uberwitch.
Yeah, we're trying to, you know, really pressure Ninja's team. You know, we're trying to put pressure on that green point. And yeah, we were able to control it.
Uberwitch se llama.
Wussing off over to the center. And yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. I'm happy that so many people are here. I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
Bro, es que ves, antes Fortnite era nada, güey. Y ahorita venlo, el desgraciado, güey. Pinche juego que la supo hacer bien, cabrón.
Just brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappy, Gotaga. The teamwork from them was just on point. You talked about it. All four strong players from Gotaga, and they're happy with the final result. And that puts them immediately into contention because it's cumulative prize point.
Pues el mío es Breakman. Ojo. Sí, he visto sus videos de Breakman. Es momento de tomarte un break. ¿No? Mira, people, y te dicen la siguiente partida voy al baño.
Like that focus here, like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which ones. They're shutting players down, shutting down their competition so that they can take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to you for score. So if you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most by just denying the other guys and being like, hey, you don't get to play this. And occasionally, if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only pushes forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on another team. And there's so many different layers, and I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here and at home, there's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2. And then you kind of flop game 3, depending on where they went. Their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really, really, really harmful. But luckily there, if you're in the 4th to 8th range, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because they're all getting $10,000 for the match in itself. So there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par. So 4th would have been just as bad, but 8th, you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario going on there. So they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable.
No.
Like, not at all. It's so incredible, and now we are going to go over the stage. We have the results, and your set 1 winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win in the double goes over to them. They will have that first silver llama, and there he is throwing it up, and I mean, you gotta be happy for him.
They did it. I thought maybe it wasn't enough, but it was. Love this celebration right here.
You kind of are like, it's a little, I don't want to say like bittersweet there, but it's like, oh, you kind of like get pushed out in the last game, and then boom, you get it. But now the silver llama, but they're happy. They realize, and the big thing, that gives them a leg up for the rest of the competition. If they can win the next match, another team has to win both of them, but such a great job.
La llama de plata.
Sticking to their guns, staying with the strategy, getting two top two finishes, one of them being a win.
Actually love this right here. They're all getting together, showing team harmony. They're clearly happy. They take the first set. That's amazing. They're off to the right start, really. They can get another one or two of those, and this entire creative finals is theirs.
Well, and again, we talked with Tomoya beforehand, and he was like, yeah, we're really confident when we can get in the races. We want to be on that world run. We know we can.
Yo todos en Fortnite son pros, yo por eso prefiero Minecraft.
Turn around and do that?
I was just gonna touch, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right? He did a death run at some point, as when he recruited his people for this creative challenge. So for him to take what might be one of our, you know, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standing, Sundown.
Yeah, look at the final team
Bueno, ¿cuánto dinero generan, güey?
just get edged out by
Funky Fire, $100,000, Llama Record, 85,000, 75,000, 55,000. El del Rubius, güey, $40,000, güey, a la madre, güey. Bueno, $40,000 vivo toda mi vida, güey.
Soldiers, I almost got that one. 6 and 7, and then 8 there are the chicken champions. But this is set 1 of 4. There's still tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never before seen map and game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt. It's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light, Green Light at some point in time, right? You've been there, you've done it. I know, whether it might have been a little while ago. Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. It will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match, Monster, and how do they score?
Yeah, but also, before we get there, you only get to be guard once, and while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves, so when you are on the prop side, you want to choose small, medium, or large objects and try and get it to the incinerator under the guard tower. So it's actually really difficult, and like you said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light, / prop hunt style. This is a pretty tough game mode. We played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to it. The guards are able to have the denial. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So, hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Ojo, no va a valer el modo creativo que se van a jugar.
Ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest competitive creative map, Junkyard
Ojo.
Juke. This new game built off the fun of Prop Hunt with a twist. 8 teams will rotate through different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map, while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds, each team getting 1 turn as the guards. Their objective? To defend the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail.
Ojo.
During each round, teams of props will earn points by reaching the incinerator in the central pit. The bigger the prop, the more points. But be careful. Being bigger means you're easier to spot. To keep themselves from getting eliminated, prop teams need to time their movements very carefully. Every few seconds, the guard teams will be blinded for a short time, and the center point.
Venga, Gabriela, solito, Gabi. Gracias por estar aquí, Gabi.
Or rather, the pit. Once a prop reaches the goal, they respawn at their home base to start over, running as many props as they can before the match ends. If a player is eliminated, they also.
Se ve bastante bueno este modo de juego, Pero tienen que llegar a tumbarse, güey, para ganar puntos en esa madre. Vea.
So keep an eye out for those moving bushes, crates, and
No.
and enjoy the Junkyard Juke.
Thank you so much, Zeke, for that update. That's Junkyard Juke, something that has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just
Parece un modo ridículo, pero realmente no lo es, digo.
breathe their way past. It's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
My gameplay again? God, that's so rude.
Tournaments and dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that unfold here as, I gotta say, this is a frustrating game mode. It's very difficult. You guys are getting...
Es un modo de juego bastante difícil. Porque la gente tiene 10 puntos a través de tirarse esa madre. ¿Lo estás comiendo, verdad? Sí, estoy comiendo un bonito cereal. Un bonito cereal. cereal. ¿Se escucha tanto, neta? Venga, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go, bitches.
Away, you can see Chapa, Gotaga, Magma, and RTA of Raven's Revenge, and then the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, Taco, Taldak.
Dos teams defendiendo, 6 teams atacando. Dark Slayer se ha suscrito y bienvenido al canal. Venga, Dark Slayer, un saludo a ti, bro. Gracias por suscribirte al canal. Bienvenido al canal, Dark Slayer, bro. Estamos viendo la final de modo creativo. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué se pone el negro de pronto? Ah, bueno. Venga, gracias, un saludito para Dark Slayer. Gracias por la suscripción, Pops. Saludito.
Team, the Llama Record Co. also able to get a 10-pointer and the next 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, it was another 10-pointer. So we already see some of the problems.
Ah, perdón.
Look at him go. There it is. You saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by, and these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how...
Nada más un pinche carro, güey. No mames, no agarrate otra cosa, ¿no? Algo más pequeño. Un pinche carro, güey, se agarra del tamaño de Cristo, míralo. No mames, es un pinche carro del tamaño de Jesucristo,
Run coming out from X-Sandy and Tomoya, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Bensor and Alex JJ desperately trying to get it. Alex JJ with another 10-point prop, and Hand of Blood gets picked up just before. That would have been a huge swing, but right now, Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
Es difícil, sobre todo con esas armas que les dieron para dar un tiro. Está difícil.
They are shooters, right, at heart, and at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just gonna get popped. So you gotta be careful here. And there it is, nice job of, you know, kind of hitting it. Oh, he hits one of those trap doors. Let's talk about that.
Ahora vas a llegar. No, un chino. Un chino se puede hacer Dios, lo va a hacer. ¿Cómo lo hace? ¿Cómo lo hace un chino?
Yeah. But, you know, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps.
Le va a dar, ya lo vio. Ojo, se mete, que se mete. Boom, se mete.
Where you can chain two of them together, so if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly.
Güey, ese güey con un pinche coche del tamaño de Cristo entró, neta.
Most of the time, they're a little bit more annoying. Boom, you can see that rusted truck going in, and now the funky fighters pulling out another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to note, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time. Not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier compared to a dumpster and a card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20% of the point value.
That's right, so Clytax there has chosen a big object. Achi and Zondo over here. Smaller objects, they kind of blend
Mierda.
right into all of the dumpster trash. Clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess.
Yo creo que solo se pueden convertir tanto en cajas, en boilers o en boilers para bañarse y en carros, güey. Creo que son las tres cosas en las que se pueden solamente convertir, ¿no? Ah, y en las estatuas, mira. Porque obviamente yo no he visto a alguien que se convierta en un maldito libro o algo así.
Walk his way up. You can also, as you're running, walk the rotation. So if you hit your crouch button, whatever you had that bound to, whether you're playing on controller, iPad, PC, all of them end up completely stopping. So it will send you.
Ah, mira, les muestra, güey, cuáles son. ¿O no?
Those moments, right, when you're in the guard. Oh, someone spotted there, popped him. Tomoya, nice job seeing something out of the ordinary. But notice, he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that. So it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points. So don't break away with the lead. When you're in the guard tower, you can't allow.
Se va en el Papa Lamborghini.
Being very interesting if the team in the lead, which generally happens because you have 3 chances to score, is shooting last round.
Come on, dude. Aunque bueno, este modo está cagado, está para echar las risas un ratito, pero ya como que para que le echen unas 6 partidas de esto, no creo,
And that's because the Funky Fighters cannot earn points here in the guard round. The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity once again to just break.
¿Cuál caja será? No lo ven, buena ahí. Se mete. ¿Cómo consiguen puntos aquí? Creo que no sé, 5 puntos o 3 puntos igual por cada vez que uno de los del equipo se mete.
Fast enough with their limited amount of games here, but 20 seconds on the clock. Can he get this in time? Remember, you gotta grab the dumpster, drop the dumpster, and get it processed. That was perfect.
That was so good by Stuart000 because he dodged the little springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last run. None of these props are going to be able to get sorted. Lockley gets picked out at the end. You can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the board.
La ronda 2 de las de 4. Yo creo que van a ser como 3 partidas de esto, ¿no? Igual cambia otro mapa. Begins, la ronda comienza en 3, en 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
My eyes are on the Funky Fighters right now.
Oh, that's right, baby. Oh my goodness, they are player ninja, so on the transformer. Mira, este men es un estado.
And you can see they got a lot of elims too in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going past them, only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running props at all. 0.
El equipo del Rubius lleva 25 puntos y otro lleva 95, güey. No, man, pinche Rubius. Te volviste reggaetonero. Es que como todo se mete, güey, se muy cagado. Como todos se transforman en unas pendejadas y ahí se echan a correr.
Unlimited ammunition. You can't run out. If you think something is suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, shoot your shot. Yeah. What's the worst case that happens? You miss. There's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious.
Taco, mira, ahí está un vato que se llama Taco, Tomoya y Chapi. El Tomoya obviamente es chino, japonés y tailandés, ¿no? Israelita, algo así.
You want that, and that will lead into the llamas as well. You don't want to end up in that 4th to 8th spot. You want to push past your competitors as we see a whole mess of air conditioners going into the wall.
Ve, güey, yo lo veo a 110. El Rubius, ¿cuánto lleva? 55 puntos, güey. ¿Qué pedo con el equipo del Rubius? Large, medium, small. Dice, o sea, si eres. Ok, por eso se ponen diferentes 10 puntos si llegas con una maldita camioneta, güey. 2 puntos si llegas con un cactus. Y medium, por ejemplo, si llegas con el de tiro al blanco, te dan 5 puntos. Ok, ya vi cómo está la puntuación. Por eso se van con coches, güey. Por eso se van, o sea, cuelan con coches, güey. Si cuelan con un coche, 10 puntos para su equipo, güey. Yo creo que el Rubius y su equipo han estado con puros cactus, ¿no? Mira, medio también se consigue, me imagino que el... Ese es medio, güey. El tiro al blanco. Pero es difícil, güey. Pues que 10 puntos, güey, por un coche está guay, ¿eh? Gunter Dragón. ¿Tenía hambre, güey? ¿Qué querías? I am very hungry. I have so much hungry, baby. My body is very tall. So, I need so much food. Oh my goodness. And you're very... en tu mera headshot. En toda la headshot.
Settle yourself. That's the best way, or you orient yourself around the stuff that's near you. Because if you're facing in a totally random direction, that'll earn a bullet in most circumstances.
Ya acabó la tercera ronda. La ronda 3 de 4 acabado. The round 4 begin in. Lo que dice, ¿no? Round 4 begin in. O sea, la ronda 4 comienza en. Oh god, I'm very good, baby. Oh, that's amazing. Ahí dice, round 4 begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck. ¡Boom! Todos empiezan a salir. ¿Qué se llevan? ¿Un carro? ¿Un gnomo? Un gnomo, güey. Nadie se ha metido con un gnomo de esos enormes. Venga. ¡Hacen! Mira, todos van con coches. Es que si la cuelas con el pinche coche son 10 puntos para tu equipo, güey. Es brutal. Dice aquí, jaja, ¿dónde está el gol? Donut Gamer dice, hola, onda contra. ¿Qué pasa, Donut? Come el Donut. Come el Donut. A ti dice la pinche Ari Gameplay enseñado las tetas, ¿no? Lo que dice la desgraciada, pinche desgraciada. Voy a poner boobies, güey, a ver si me ven más people. No mames, ¿eh? Matando, es que todos los coches, güey, los coches saben lo que le dan. Porque saben quien consiga el coche son 10 puntos, güey. Está ahí enfrente de él, no lo ve, güey, qué bueno, no lo vio, mira, ese es un medio, pum, se mete, la coló. Venga. Y el ninja. No, güey, ya murió el ninja, le van a dar abajo. ¡Ay, sí entró el desgraciado! Ve, güey, esos datos acaban de colar una... El equipo de ninjas es los cucuruchos y van 87 puntos, güey. Nada mames, ¿quiénes? Las llamas llevan ni algo, tantos puntos, güey. Las llamas, el equipo de las llamas, güey, lleva 150 puntos, güey. 1 minute. 1 minute. A la madre, ¿cómo le dio? ¿Quién sabe? Nah, ni de pedo, güey. Mira, el del Rubio se recuperó un poco, 115 points. So, I need more points. Your team, I need more points. Rubius, no seas malo y gana la partida. Oh, güey, el Rubio se quedó en 115, el desgraciado. Ya lo subió el pato. No, mames, eres un coche, güey, tienes que correr, güey. Ahorita lo que le están dando obviamente es a los coches, a todo ese pedo, güey. Geobox dice, ¿qué pasa, Geobox? Muchas gracias por estar aquí, dale like, nene. Un saludito para Geobox. No, pues el Rubius no, güey, ni de pedo gana una suerte. Y esta madre se acaba de trabar, no fui yo en la transmisión. Acaba de petar la transmisión, nenes. Acaba de petar. ¿Pero qué está pasando? Y ahorita, pum, se me fue la luz a mí, ¿no? Nada, güey, no, ni de pedo. ¿No?
they might have got the 5-point right at the end, but no, wasn't enough. Llama Record Co. on the defense says lock it up.
Y obviamente ganaron las llamas con 150 puntos. Esa fue muchísima, pero muchísima. Ever again. That's my run. Uno de los dos. Perras.
Just 1 point. One small radiate.
And this is what I'm talking about.
Mira, ganó otra vez las malditas llamas.
Just 2-point props there and got their successful runs at the end. They would have it. That's 3 successful runs. That takes about a minute, and he could have collected it.
So go ahead.
Nobody opted to do it.
Maybe some of these guys need a little help here. Let's redo this. What would you suggest here, Sundown?
I don't want to say suggest, but I had an opportunity to play a decent amount of it. I'm a big fan.
Yo creo que van a echar una ronda más, otras dos, güey. Pero es que ese modo de juego está guay como para echar ríos un rato, pero no como para estar jugando todo el rato. Espero que no hagan muchas partidas de ese modo, que no está tan guay.
Any points at all is better than none, and particularly if you waste a run on a dumpster, where the entire time you're going, and then you're stopping, and you're going.
Caminar, ir y detenerse, caminar y detenerse.
Sometimes it's not enough, right? And then you've wasted that 35, 45 seconds, 3 rotations to get just there, whereas you could have grabbed the burger, grabbed the bucket, and ran the entire time, weaved around, trying to like catch a good area, as we saw with the statue, able to hide around the corner. So
el vato de la derecha me dice como de, ajá, Simón, güey, yo bien interesado en tu plática. Es que al chile no te entiendo nada. Bueno, lo que dijo este pendejo es que estaba divertido el modo de juego. Bueno, el resumen está divertido y vamos a seguir con la siguiente partida. Bye. Estos vatos llevan ya ganando 2 partidas. Ganaron una de las partidas de modo creativo del anterior tipo de modo de juego, que fue lo de los puntos, las zonas. Esas zonas que tenías que estar dentro, y acaban de ganar esta partida.
Spanos, I mean, he's like a Spano. He really likes Spano. That's kind of the best city in the world, and that's why I picked him first, for example.
Bro, yo no sé por qué México no tiene tanto. O sea, realmente si yo pudiera hacer uno de esos, brother, yo realmente lo haría, pero aquí en México, para dejar no dejar todo allá en España y hacerlo aquí en México, güey. México tiene muy poca, independiente del juego que sea, gente, tiene muy poca demanda en cuestión de modo competitivo. Regularmente todos los jugadores de México que llegan a jugar modo competitivo terminan yendo hacia Estados Unidos. Y de Estados Unidos, pues ya los que están en Estados Unidos le tiran a Europa por el tipo de, la cantidad de, de inversión que tiene, bueno, que le invierte esa parte a los videojuegos o torneos profesionales. Entonces, si yo pudiera hacer aquí torneos profesionales en México, que yo empezara algo así, sería guay. Pero imagínate, tendría que yo ser primero como que más o menos el número 2, número 3, entre, no sé, el top 10 de los youtubers más famosos de gameplays. Y luego ya poder hacer ese tipo de torneos, pero en México, o sea, hostearlo en México, para no estar yendo así. Y así que gente de Chile, Perú, y eso viniera, no de Estados Unidos, me refiero solamente a las personas de habla hispana, ¿sí me explico? Entonces sería Perú, no sé, Ecuador, México, Argentina, Chile, y así, brother. Sería guay, estaría guay para pensar un poquito a hacer el competitivo y obviamente llevar más allá las competiciones profesionales aquí en Latinoamérica. O en América, güey, porque solamente aquí se dan sobre todo en Latinoamérica o en Sudamérica, en Centroamérica y Sudamérica, sobre todo. Porque en Norteamérica, pues nada, o sea, como que Estados Unidos ya, como que ya me raya estar viendo esas transmisiones puro estadounidense, puro pinche inglés, y a lo mejor los veo en español, pero son europeos hablando español, España, que dicen, bueno, ha sido una competencia bastante guapa, en la que los competidores han dado sus mejores juegos, porque vemos a Ninja y así, en lugar de que me un crack. ¡Ojo! Pro Hunt, se va a jugar Pro Hunt, venga. Fortnite World Cup, ¿se va a jugar Pro Hunt? Pro Hunt. Güey, ¿y alguien supo qué pasó con el maldito pato enorme? O sea, ¿qué pasó con el pato enorme, güey? Que había en el mapa de Fortnite. Pro Hunts.
Is that something I want to try out? But no, it honestly was very fun.
There's so many just fun moments, but the ability to then push it to a competitive level. These guys are doing great, but we're now going to get into match 2 of set 2. The second time you will have seen Junkyard Juke, and let's see who is able to push on. The match is about to start. Here we go.
Let's go. Comienza la segunda partida de esta. Dice el Vicente, like tarde, venga. El Vicen, hola Vicen, brother, ¿por qué te suscribiste con todas tus cuentas, brother? Me pregunto yo, Vicen. ¿Por qué te suscribiste de todas tus cuentas, Vicen? Alan Tadeo, ¿qué pasa, Alan Tadeo? Saludito, brother, vino al directo, estamos viendo acá. Pues seguro que me suscribí de mis cuentas. Espérate, te suscribiste, bro, porque o sea, la única persona que había hecho llegar a esa cantidad de 1030 y algo eras tú, bro. Entonces, de pronto bajó así. Te prometo que o fuiste tú o qué pasó ahí. Pero nada, bro, no te preocupes. Igual si no te querías suscribir de esas cuentas, no me rayo, bro. Saludito.
Would you prefer to kind of jump in as a prop and get your points first?
So for me, it depends if I can get a lead. If I have a lead, obviously I want to be a guard tower at the end because I'm very confident in my ability to just spam shots in the right direction.
¡Fua la madre, güey! Si es que todos le disparan a los coches, güey, para que no hagan 10 puntos, El equipo del Rubius, 20 puntos, güey. O sea, va en este lugar, no sé. No te preocupes, dicen, digo, si no te querías suscribir con todas las cuentas, bro, de pronto. No te preocupes, brother.
They're a little bit quicker, people are finding their angles now, but as I say that Achim with the Sunshine Soldiers gets in that truck, 10 points going over to them, and 15 actually, as a 5-pointer got sorted right at the same time.
That was perfect, yeah, and the Sunshine Soldiers had a great last run. Achim and his crew really pulled it together. They were at the top for a while there, but in those final moments we saw the Chicken Champions take away and kind of break away.
No, mira, copiando el coche, güey.
Chicken Champs, they're feeling it. They found their rhythm towards the end of the last one. If they carry that over, it's going to be a close one.
Es que son 10 puntos cada coche, güey. Uy, uy. Ah, oh my god. MS bye, dice.
Right through the current. Taco was like, you know what? I'm going to check the close area. Look at how Chappy's doing it as well. He's actually eliminated 9 props so far, so he is really firing away here, trying to see if anyone's trying to make a mad dash while the curtains are up, and Sandy gets caught right there.
Good shot right away, 20 seconds left, so players need to start running if they're going. Good shots coming out from Trappy to get it there and get the reload off. Saw the truck over on the side, is able to pick that one up, and now is looking for the smaller props towards the side. Knew there was movement, just wants to fire it up. Only 10 seconds left. They should be able to get the defense, but there goes a bucket. Look at it. Oh, the cactus.
Wait, so
pick it up just at the last second. Good attempt from Kutu, and you can see the points already coming across. Players so far sticking to their game plan, 5 and 10 point props all the way.
That is the way to go. Into your way up and
over and over again.
That was just the first
round 2 began in.
Who's going to begin? What's going to happen now is, again, the guard tower is going to mix up. We're going to see new players in the guard tower.
Venga, Vicen, saludo, bro.
The other players that were previously in the guard tower back on the prop hunt floor.
Yes, you get one round in.
Ahora es privadas, sí, brother.
Running as the props, and you can see right away now you have the
unas 5 privadas, bro.
Shots go out as soon as the blinds go down, not letting anything happen as the props march their way out of spawn.
This is fun right here. I love watching these trucks waddle about, really trying to find their way, and they see the light go to change, plant themselves down, and they're back out to the field here.
Se agarró el celo de abajo, pero ya no es suyo, se lo dio a mi abuela. Ojo. Mira un oso, güey. Y era un señor, un oso y un señor, güey. Ese señor, ¿qué pedo?
Doing everything he can, hits the bounce target twice and is able to convert as Magma gets another good run and sneaks in under the shots of Dracius.
Chapi, acaba de matar a Chapi. Joder, acá no, venga, Vicent. Mira, esta chica, bro, es una de las chicas que enseña el cuerpo en Twitch. Ella es de Twitch y enseña el cuerpo más que habilidad, tiene puras tetas, güey. Lo que te digo, así, literal. Tits.
She has to be having a blast right now. She says one of her favorite things about
Y la mataron.
kind of the wacky and Wayne situations you get into, particularly like prop hunt. So this must be a game mode that she's doing incredibly well and enjoying herself in. As you can see there, her team is able to get a couple of props in there. Gotaga and Clytex try to make the final little sprint. Hand of Blood gets another 10 points over, as does Taco with a 5-point statue there. Scissors is hanging around on the side there. Will go through. No, I did not mean to call you trash. You just are a dumpster now, quite literally.
Quite literally, but oh, the rage! I read the lips. He said, "I was so mad." He got taken out right there, and I like this. Let's see how he decides. He's going for those 10 points, though. Notice he went straight to the right for the big objects. That's the risk.
That's what it is about. That's what happens. You need to be careful.
Ya bueno, venga, Vicen. Venga, crack.
To see while you're moving, but you need to find a blank space in order to set down. Can't be clipping into anything else with 45 seconds remaining in round 2. And you can see Spenos a minute before the guard looked at him. He's like, I don't. Nah, I'm out. Right there. And right now, relatively top heavy. 70-70, and as I said, Fishfam does get their 80th point. But
cada 20 segundos, 25 segundos, crack.
¡Muévete!
No, no vas a llegar, 15 segundos, y no creo que llegues. Uy, ¿sí llega? La cuela. Uy, buena. Corre, 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 corre. 5 segundos. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Se acabó el time.
Oh, Danyan right there, unfortunately couldn't push through.
Ismael Torres. Hola, hola, Ismael Torres.
We are looking to get into round 3 next. So they can earn
some round 3 we got in.
Every single set matters, right? Every game matters because there's a lot of prize on the line.
Yes, every single match is scored. The top 4 will be
go.
Going from $55,000 down to 20, and then you have the 4th through
10
receiving 10. That prize is then decided who will receive the silver llama. The Funky Fighters currently have one, but who will be able to press with that?
Clytax, that vehicle is way too big, buddy. You can't just be trying to squeeze
Come on, buddy.
I think someone's going to see the tail end of it. Here we have Bensor and Drakias close by one another. Bensor gets popped through the blinds there. And wait, so he's going to take a couple shots. He said, does his truck belong here? He did miss, though. Lucky for him. The bad aim and that moment right there is going to allow him to sneak that big 10-point. No! He gets taken out. Right there, that's no points for him. 10 is huge in this mode, too. It's very difficult to get a vehicle all the way through.
De hecho, Vicente, es difícil, bro.
Round was one with 150 points, right? So if you get a singular 10-point profit, that's not an insignificant percentage there. Like, that's going to be able to help your team, but you also need to set your feet there, as Kororo didn't hit the crouch button. It was like, I see you wiggling a little bit there. Yoink.
It's more difficult.
Ryan, Fronta, Chappie, many others still in the running here. Just kind of peeking around. You see Tyler shooting straight through the curtain. It almost looks like he's beelining his shots down the aisle there, trying to see if he can get anyone trying to exit out. Zan sees one pop up in the air, and I think he might have clipped that person out.
Nobody is watching that side.
Oh,
Fishfam needs to communicate better right now. Nobody was covering that other side. We saw 2 teams able to get a decent run out, but right now, Llama Record Company still holding the lead, sitting at 100 points. But don't forget, Fishfam are up on top right now. Are the guards, which means they're not scoring points.
He's so fast. Ryan Bronze is so fast here with this prop. Even moving it, he doesn't care. He's going all the way for it. But he's got to watch for traps. See the fear? He's like, you know what? I'm not even going to risk it.
Es de 20 secuela, sí, ya está.
So one important thing to notice too is Ryan is taking paths consistently that take him to the corner of the guard tower, because the corner provides you with a little bit of natural cover and it breaks that sight line up. If you're only out in one direction, it's super easy to be like, know that car was not there. I know it wasn't. If you're flipping back and forth across that corner piece, it just breaks up your field of view a little bit more, and it's that much harder to try and figure out what's actually going to hit.
That's right, and oh boy, is MSYB going to be able to sneak this huge truck in? Oh, he actually hit something.
Uy, ese coche, güey, 10 puntos para su equipo, 130, mira, 135 de pro, es que son 10 puntos, güey.
Was almost enough to kind of block him right there. Venos gets another large object in as well. That's another 10-pointer for the Llama record. It was fully processed here, so now he's at 130. Can the Cuddle Crew hold the lead here, though? Can they secure it? All the Llama record company needs to not score right now, and they'll continue to kind of stay in the lead.
And you can see Scissors is hitting a ton of shots. They're trying to get the retribution as the guard, and now we're heading into our final round of match number 2. So we'll see who the guards are, see what the stakes are, and who will be able to take that #1 spot. Again, first place, $55,000, and that much closer to Silver Llama #2. And again,
última ronda,
the Cuddle Crew and Llama Record Co. up on defense. Let's check out that scoreboard. And Cuddle Crew, Llama Record Co. first and second. Who will be able to overtake them? And they are so close to 5 points separating. It's a battle for first and second now.
Yes,
verga.
this team are trying their hardest. They have to stop people from scoring. The Chicken Champions get up. They can just easily snag this away, but for now they know the Llama Record Company cannot. They can't take them over.
Ooh, I thought he was going to shoot that car. He knew it wasn't there.
Nice.
Finds the box right around the corner and then gets another one right after. Blind fire through the shade as Rubius is looking to post up there. Spanish YouTuber trying to find a way in, trying to lead his team, and they've overtaken with plenty of time and are tied with the Cuddle team.
Oh, el Rubius.
Point now will put the Chicken Champions as our match 2 winner.
Ojo, el equipo del Rubius terminó 135 puntos igualados.
That's right, they're so close here. Magma.
Si hubiera colado ese punto del Rubius, habían ganado el primer lugar. Uy, esta es la última punto, güey. Si alguien cuela un...
Do you think they run one in, or do you think they stay with what they're doing right now?
Honestly, I think they're just going to stay with what they're doing. It's working. Why break the formula here? They have over a minute to do so. And just like
Let's go.
they are going to
That will be it. Yes, brilliant.
Ahí está, mira, 140, sí, 140 puntos. Pero es que si alguien cuela un auto, güey, 150 puntos, y eso es difícil de superar, O sea, 10 puntos de un madrazo.
The Chicken Champions edge it out and be our match 2 victors.
That's right, because the Cuddle Crew is now bumped out. The Chicken Champions.
Ojo, ojo. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Left here. Uh-oh. Raven's Revenge coming up as well, as is the Fish Fam. This is actually
125 puntos para el equipo del Ninja.
They're close to pushing out the Cuddle Crew and the Llamas.
Yep, in Little Whip Ninja.
Venga, dicen gracias, bro, qué grande. 150 puntos el equipo del Rubius. Ojo que se la lleva, Se lleva esta partida del equipo del Rubius. El equipo del Rubius, bro, ayer éramos 2040, o sea. Se va a aventar. Aviéntate ya, bro. O sea, no necesita ya, o sea, no necesita como... Venga, ya. El equipo del Rubio 160 con este punto y ya está, ganaron. Venga, pues ya. Ganó el equipo Chicken del Rubius. Al fin ganó una pinche partida el Rubius. El team del Rubius. Let's go. Zero.
Did you see what happened at the last second?
They did score.
Ahí está, por fin.
Grabbed the 2-point prop, hard ran all the way through, got it in, right? And then that pushed them from 4th into 3rd. When we talk about every little interaction mattering, that was it. But the Chicken Champions, one might be able to say that was excellent. They were able to tender defend that title for the match 2 victory and putting them in a good spot to contend.
Let's go.
You can see the excitement there on their faces as they just realize, hey man, we got this. We're in the running here. The Junkyard Juke could be ours.
And you can see they're still talking gameplay right now. Like, they want to know, what can we do more? That play you did right there was awesome, but they want the next one because there's 3 matches for each one of the sets, and a win there would put them in a fantastic spot to get the 2nd Silver Llama. You need that in order to be in contention, and if they're able to split it up away and deny it from the Funky Fighters, field's wide open.
Yes, it's not over yet. That's just another team.
Let's go, victoria del Rubio.
That much closer of a running so far, and we saw the
Team Chicken, algo así, ¿no?
You need as many points as possible. The bigger the placement, the better the prize as well for the round. So you can't just give up either. You got to push it all the way to the final moment.
And hey, hats off to whoever's call that was on Raven's Revenge. That was a brilliant.
Venga, vamos a ver cómo veo con el Rubio. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Oh, que esto se vuelve.
Those are the big plays, but again, brilliantly done from the Chicken Champions. Consistent runs, stuck to their statues, stuck to their routes, and took the corners. And now we're actually going to have a chance to talk to our Chicken Champions, the Match 2 champions. Zeke has them up there on the top floor. Zeke, what do you got for us?
What's going on, guys? I'm hanging out with the Chicken Champions, guys. That game was insane. Feathers were flying, and you guys clutched it up. Did you figure out the strategy? Because you guys were well and ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, we practiced yesterday, and everything is thanks to this guy. This guy always goes for the 10 points, always, and he always gets it. So thanks to you, man.
All right, then I'm coming to you, Mr. Carey. What was the strategy? How did you get the 10 points in there? Was it the same every time? Did you switch things up?
Yeah, go for the 10 points each time and do the same strategy, and it seems to work.
So in this intense game of red light, green light, were you like stopping early, or were you just like going as far as you could go and then waiting for someone to spot you and stopping, or what was your plan?
I'm taking it very patiently. Yeah.
All right, now over to you guys. What do you guys think of this game mode? Has it been everything you thought it's been?
Yeah, it's great. We had a game plan. We definitely did what we came to do, and yeah, that's what we expected. So.
Very well executed. You did not lay an egg. All right, final question for you. I want to give you the chance to tell the world, you know, all the fans something. What do you want to tell them?
Thanks for the support from Spain for the other world, and my team is it's good in this mode, and will we win the next match?
There you go.
Ahí el inglés de Españita, eh.
Best of luck going forward. We're sending it back your way.
Brilliantly done there from the Chicken Champions. Thank you so much, Zeke. They're excited to be there. They stuck to the gameplay. And shout out to Bensor. The one thing he was looking forward to on this trip, he wanted to play in front of a big crowd. He got that moment, running through, securing that for the Chicken Champions. And immediately El Rubius turned to him and was like, it's all him, man. He put the team on his back or put the team in his dumpster. I don't know, that normally that wouldn't be a good thing, but in this circumstance, hey, it worked out for him.
Yeah, another prop to Kiara as well. The only, or one of 2 controller players here, you know, in the creative finals, so very nice of him to kind of represent for those guys as well. And again, just showing that he's got the moves out there.
He had the moves, was able to find the right angles, and now we've seen some developments from match 1 to match 2. Yep. What was the big thing that stuck out from you that was different?
Vicen, según yo, güey, y teníamos 100 tantos y me hiciste llegar a 130 y algo, brother. Tenías como 10 cuentas, pero no te preocupes, brother, igual yo te creo. Saluditos, bro.
The Junkyard Juke is developing nicely. Everybody's starting to figure out what all the different tools and props they have available to them. So with that, we're going to hop into some of the tips and tricks that I've seen from the Junkyard Juke so far. We can roll the clip right now as all these players. The first thing I want to point out...
Full play, de cómo esta niña que no tiene talento, solamente pechos, pierde disco.
But moving on to Tomoya using the statue. This is one of the interesting scores I saw with the statue, those higher point objects being useful. Scissors here with the springboard, the recovery.
On the recovery.
Doesn't get into the incinerator at the last second. And then here we have Tomoya, we have again, just an awesome run towards there, looking like a scene out of everybody, you know, crossing the street at the same time. Here's Tracius hitting some amazing shots through the black. And then he just continues shooting, just hoping that he can get a shot. This is the other team, the Cuddle Crew, doing the same thing, but then also synchronizing, making sure they have coverage on all angles. Finally, Tomoya made some amazing calls. We'll listen to them in a second, but this is what he did always timing it perfectly so that he can get in and make sure that his teammates also go at the same time and make it into that incinerator. So we're gonna head and listen to what those communications were like from Tomoya and team. In this one, they
Replay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I shot 10. I shot 10. We are 10. We are both 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Oh, they kill me. If they don't kill me, I score 10. Don't 1, 2, 3, okay, I got 5. 4. I got 10. No, he killed me. Oh. We are strong team. Yeah, I scored 0 in the second round. That's the problem.
I scored 0 in the first one, so like we are all close points.
There you go.
There we go.
Fighters, you know they won the first Silver Llama. We're gonna see if they can win the next one. We've got one more match here on Junkyard Juke to go, and we'll see who will come out on top with the Silver Llama from this. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Bala, for that great breakdown. Listening to the comms, that's one thing I hadn't considered. I always just kind of like, yeah, it's going to come up now. But these guys all on comms talking, have one guy counted out. That guy's just like a metronome. Make sure he has it on the dot every single time. Brilliantly done from them. But will they be able to take back that top spot? We've seen them do it. If they can grab that Silver Llama, they'll be in such a good spot. But right now, they aren't seeing the same success they saw before.
Yeah, you want to get the Silver Llama, but to get there, you got to make a new strategy. I think that right there, there was a lot of information in that bit right there.
Nos quedamos a uno del 2030. Venga.
Interview there. Talk about being patient. You really have to be patient. You can't let the frustration get to you. You saw Scissors very expressive on the cam. Just, it's hard to get the pointer, and that's what I talked about before this whole thing started. I said, trust me, this is a lot harder than you guys think. You might just, you know, oh yeah, I'll turn it to something and run it through. Nah, man, you're gonna get shut.
Oh my god.
From some of the Death Run qualifiers, it makes it that much harder. But thank you guys so much for joining us here. And again, don't forget, there is a fantastic, awesome event-specific...
¡Ojo! La sudadera de World Cup Fortnite. Me gusta la moradita, esta está guay.
Make sure you celebrate the event. Remember it, grab some from your friends, your brothers, your family, people who couldn't be here, and celebrate the first ever Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah, you saw some of your favorite pros and competitors here rocking that new swag. Definitely loving it. All types of collaborations going on here. I love it when Fortnite releases new gear, you know? It kind of allows me to always spice it up.
I'm always a fan of anything Fortnite swag. That's pretty much like 98% of my wardrobe. At this point, I mean, love the logos, love the bright colors, but enough from us. Match 3, set number 2, the final one on the original version of Junkyard Juke.
Venga, otra ronda de esa madre, güey. Tengo que me está aburriendo,
That's right. And let's begin. The first round is underway. Match number 3, set number 2. Who will be able to incinerate the props the most? Who will push out to the lead? And can anybody upset the funky fighters who took that first llama? You need to make sure they don't get this one here. And basically, everyone's first place.
Yep, you can see there, Taldeck did land a shot straight through the curtain. Very nicely done. Another kind of lane, right? You want to look at your lane, see which lane is available to you that's easy to maneuver the objects you want to bring through. Clytex, for example, here is using a bear. There are no bears in this section, but he says, you know what? It's all good. I can sneak this around.
So the big thing with the bear, though, that you don't really consider is the coloring of the background. You're in the junkyard. You're a little bit in one of those desert biome situations. There's a lot of kind of muddle browns and oranges around there. It makes it that much harder to stick out. However, if you if you're grabbing the snowman, you're just really flexing on everyone. It's like, yeah, I'm a snowman.
Bro, tu canal se salió en recomendado 3 veces. Ah, no sé, Vicent, pero nos sigue faltando uno para 300, para 2030. Me salió recomendado 3 veces. Venga, recomendado, ¿sabes?
can't play around because every single one of those runs matters. And right now we see Sunshine Soldiers swapping over. They've already put in 2 2-point props.
25 puntos para el Rubio y con eso se pone en primer lugar.
Good job getting on the board consistently. And as we say that 5-pointer goes in, boom,
Nos quedamos a unas cuentas que ahí te suscribiste, Vicent.
every possible point. It's all about min maxing.
Llame esas cuentas, Vicent. Falta, bro, tenemos 2030 y desde que hiciste la prueba de suscribirte, nos falta una para el 2030. ¿Qué pasó ahí?
They're shutting down all of their lanes. These guys are not here to play. Remember, as you're a guard, you don't accumulate any points, so it's good. They're knocking us out the way, and they're doing a great job defending.
Keeping them out, making sure you find the right lane angles, and also sometimes just putting shots out in the right spot. You just need to be able to consistently deny as much as possible. And TODA, that was sick.
I was like, are you behind that? Yeah, what's that? Didn't see that there before, didn't see that either. TODA doing a good job so far. Spotting things through the curtain. Let's see if he can
No me dejan crear cuentas, dice el Vicent. No, Vicent, usted tenés que devolver las que te suscribiste, bro. Me falta una para el 2030. ¿Qué pasó ahí? ¿Qué pasó ahí, crack? No, qué malo eres. ¿Por qué eres malo, Vicent?
Everything else is still. If you see that thing falling through, like it's an easy shot. Particularly.
Todos están en contra tuya, Vicente.
Him, Magma, RTA, and Chappie all have been able to hit their shots, and then, I mean, Little Whip Warriors is a team of hit your shots.
That's right, and there it is. Last opportunities to make a point have just concluded, and that was the first round. There are 4 of these, so we're going to switch up the guards now. Little Whip Warriors get a chance at, trying to earn some points, and as do the others. The next round will begin.
That dragon's so cool. That's so cool. Look at that.
Almost looks real.
Yo, shout out to the observers. That shot right there, that's really cool. Big fan of it going out. And as you can see now, round 2 is underway. This is the final match on Junkyard Juke of set 2. And right off the bat, 2 archery targets and a water heater marching on out.
Yep, that archery target is worth 10 points though. So if you can bring that all the way through, it's one of the, I guess, smaller, large point objects. Magma doesn't even care. He's impatient. He saw the blinds open up. He just kept going. Savenoff did pump the brakes though, even right here. And notice, stops very early. He's just trying to blend in, get as many points as possible right here.
Ooh. Did get picked up. It might have been the book there. That's the one thing that you need to note that makes it very
Creo que esta partida otra vez se la lleva el equipo del Rubio.
The fact that because it has those placed legs, you have to be deliberate about where you're setting down. Otherwise, you're right, like boom, right there. That book would be a giveaway if somebody decided to look down and double check that box. Chosen there from Tyler, and opts to stop and be, a little bit of patient, and might have cost him there. I think he would have had it if he had just go full send, and I think he thinks so too.
Yo, it makes me laugh to see him scratch his head, his jaw just like, oh, being so close and not making it through is so unfortunate. Taudak is going to find a little bit of success there as the Suezo.
Venga, 60 puntos para el equipo del Rubius.
Is very close to scoring as well. Here's Zan from the Fish Fam.
¿A chingar por qué no subió?
Really close to that cactus, so long as he's not pushing through it. He is
Ah, es que el equipo del Rubio está allá arriba, güey.
Upstairs, he's gonna go all the way. He doesn't care if the curtain comes down. He sneaks right underneath Tamoya, and his team up top, Funky Fighters, are at 35 points now in the guard tower.
En inglés, así es, brother, porque es la World Cup de Estados Unidos. Pero no te preocupes que el Rubio está ahí.
Of that spring right there, but doesn't matter, gets picked up anyway as he's like, hey, there wasn't a card there before. Alex JJ now looking to find a run. You can see Fish Fam and Llama Record Code currently hanging out at the top, but again, haven't...
¿Ves, Vicente? ¿Para qué te suscribes, güey? Eres malo, güey, tú incitas a la people a que se suscriba.
But particularly if you have 2 people taking the same path as the same item, it kind of has a little bit more of a benefit because you're like, yeah, those were both there but mine. There's no way those are both props.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, you know what? Honestly, if you see a bunch of the same things, they blend in a little more. It's when something's...
Manda. Da la madre.
So maybe it is a good idea to time it, right?
But there's split spawns, so you don't always consistently. There's different spawn points around the map that have the different exits as you go out, so you can coordinate with a teammate. Or what you can also do is sort of bait somebody else to do it, right? So you see somebody who's running an archery target.
Qué mal, Vicente, qué mal.
And you follow their path. And if they get
bueno, gracias. Ya está, igual gracias por el saludito.
that much more patient. And you can see Svenos is actually doing that right now with Carnifex. Both of them going into the box. Svenos does hit the spring, is hanging out behind the guard, and will get the score. That was a great run.
Yeah, he actually recognized Horazy was not looking down in the right direction, so he took advantage of that. Funky Fighter let his guard down for just a second.
Qué Fortnite tan raro, exacto.
So that was the big point there in the final seconds.
This Fortnite is very, it's very
gonna begin. We're gonna switch up the guards.
freaky.
No dancing, just props and shots going out from the guards. Round 3 kicking off in the final match of set 2 at the Creative Finals. Who will be able to take that second silver llama? And right now, you see Bensor is going in for the 10-point prop right away. Kutu does get the mimic, but then opts to go for a different route as players are starting to feel a little bit of the pressure.
Pues los avatares, what the fuck?
It's the first time we're starting to see some gnomes out there and another teddy bear on the run.
That's right.
It's just boom pro hunt.
He's putting himself straight behind every object that he can. I love that they're using the smaller objects. It's so much easier to score with those. When you bring those big ones out, it really is hard. He actually put himself inside the truck. You see that? He's following Kuta so close here. Just got to use him as bait, really. As you get behind him, he's safe.
Yep, because they don't think they're going to fire twice in there. That's the benefit of it. But right away, you see Kaz Taco.
Venga, Rubius, 75 puntos para el Rubius.
That's going to push them back into contention. There's 65.
Uy, de media, 5 puntos, ¿no? O 10. Hand.
Another 10 points for Llama Record Go, pushing them up to 90. And they were the winners of that first match. So if they can hold on, they know they'll be the guards.
Vamos a ver si vos dice. No sé, bro, depende. Si hay poca people, sí. Si hay mucha, hacemos unas partidas en dúos, solitarios o en squads. Depende de cuánta people haya.
There it is. He's doing a lot of work for his team, showing that, hey, I can push this up here too. Just gonna go ahead and take that 5-pointer, throw him right over the fish fam now, and they're in the top 3 running.
Oh, mierda, las pilas del mando se han acabado. ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Qué pasa aquí? Gracias.
Tyler, and now Carnifex is chilling in the back on that rusted out car. Hand of Blood just barely avoids the shot. Saw the hitbox going through there.
Voy a escribir como moderador, no tienes que decir groserías, Vicente. Vuelves a decir groserías, te vas a silenciar, brother.
Going over, and we're seeing, I think, a little bit closer of a score here, minus the fact that the Chicken Champions haven't shot yet.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. Neither have the Llama Company. The Llamas have not shot, went into the guard tower at all. You can tell because when we go to their POVs, they don't have any limbs, so they have not taken a run yet.
Yes, excuse me, I misspoke that, meaning the Chicken Champions.
Vuelve a decirlo, brother. Vuelve a decir esa palabra, bro. Esa palabra, Vicente, te voy a silenciar, bro, te lo prometo. La siguiente vez que lo incluso aunque lo menciones en un comentario tratando de describir qué es esa palabra, te lo prometo que te silencio.
Both have to shoot next round.
Oh boy, so if they can't secure a big lead here in the last couple of seconds, if something can't get processed, oh, the poor Burger at the very end.
Burger did not get processed. We like it, never frozen there. Brilliantly done. Doesn't find it. Great work from coming out, and Carnifex doing a great job. Round 4 will begin.
¿Cuántas partidas van a hacer en este modo? Ya cámbiale.
What the line is going to be. Who is up in the tower? Who will be able to defend? And can they hold them off? Again, it's Llama Record Co. and the Cuddle Crew.
No lo voy a explicar, pero es algo malo, así que no sé de dónde. Mira, por ahí random. Igual. El que próximo que pueda escribir eso lo va a silenciar 300 segundos. El que diga esa palabra.
Llama Records are up at their run, but it still matters. There's so much on the line for depending on each game, right? Each game is worth so much. You still want to hold your placement regardless of what. This is still a fantastic game for all the teams in the top 3 right now.
And I mean, we saw the Ravens come up huge in their last match, pushing all the way from 7th into 3rd.
Minex dice, ya llegué, güey, a huevo, Minex, a huevo, claro que sí.
Everything they can to catch up with the Chicken Champions and not deny them. Ninja still sticking with the water heater runs, trying to get as many of those in, but the Chicken Champions are still stretching out their lead. They have a 25-point lead, which means the Little Whip Warriors have to either start fast running with the 5-point props or switch to 10-point props. They cannot catch them doing a patient 5-point strategy right now. They won't have enough time with how good the Chicken Champions have been. They have been the prop masters so far.
Yes, they have. They were doing so good. And oh no, Ninja hits a huge spike there. He's trying to dodge, and he's so close to making it through. It's very, very close. Here comes a 10-pointer from TODA. Sneaks it right in. That's great for the Little Whip Warriors. That's actually going to throw them over the Llama Record Company right there. Cuddle Crew actually is somehow up. Look.
Dice, Ninja está en directo, ¿en serio? Venga. Ninja Warrior.
It's going to come down to the last final moments. Can the Little Whip Warriors get the runs they need to? You can see Kaz is taking the corner route, trying to find whatever he can, and he's doing it very well so far. Avoiding the jump pads there. Pretty sure Ninja called those ones out on the run since he hit them on the last time. You can see they're only 20 points down. They're all on 5-point props right now. They will be able to do it, but all of a sudden, Fish Fam is right there as well. They're only 25 points up. Here comes a rotation of prop. 5 points will be coming across for the Little Whips. Fish Fam also getting it, but Cuddle Crew does finally get pushed up there. Brilliantly done. 15.
Ojo, el equipo del Rubius va a ganar otra vez, 150 puntos, güey. Y toda cuela esa que trae el Rubius. Avíntate, no mames. Let's go, estas son 5 puntos más, 155 puntos.
30 points clear. But as I say that, Fish Fam catches right back up. 19 seconds left, Monster, in the final match of set 2 on Junkyard Juke. Can the last minute scores come through?
Yo casi voy a estar para se me venció la visa. Pues usa la Mastercard, ¿no? A la madre.
The final match. Brilliantly done in match 2, repeat at match 3. They are the Chicken Champions.
Otra vez, míralos, míralo, desgraciado.
That's right, and you have to give props to everyone else that managed to kind of hold a top 3 lead, especially right there in those final moments. Little Whip Warriors, the Fish Fans really coming up at the end there, you know, bumping up their prize earnings because
160.
But you can earn just a little more. You can win a little bit more.
Yeah, it was just brilliantly done there, and these are actually the creators who helped with this. Brilliantly done from them. Some fantastic gentlemen. Thank you guys all so much for your help in making this mode come to life. Some fine gentlemen up there, the creative builders.
Pues si no te sirve ni la Visa ni la Mastercard, usa la Western Union, ¿no?
To see what they're able to do in this creative mode, because like, I'll go in, I'll play some stuff, yeah, I think I'm pretty good, and they're like, oh yeah, after 20 minutes I have this full game mode, here's how the scoring works, here's the barriers. I'm like,
that's the magic of creative, right? These unlimited possibilities.
Right, Fanta, Keroro. Ah, Keroro, estaba ahí está con este men del Rubio. No sé quién es Keroro, pero realmente lo han mencionado bastante.
Yeah, shout out to all the guys out there playing Storm Wars. We know you guys enjoy it, but that was a fantastic way to close out set number 2. And a brilliant, honestly, I enjoyed Junkyard Juke. It was fun to see kind of the definitive playstyles come out. Patience ended up being key, but players started finding the diagonal runs, knowing that like, hey, I'm gonna stick with the statue because this is my comfort, or like, I know on this run I can be blocked by this tree and this dumpster, and I only show myself once. But again, brilliant from the Fish Fam and Little Whip Warriors to push up and pass those guys in the last moments, pushing them into the top 4 and earning just a little bit more of that prize money.
That's right, because they want it all here at the Fortnite Creative Finals, and it's going down. So, you know, you love to see it. We've seen a series of, you know, I guess, different people succeeding, right? And all of these, the Chicken Champions really...
Venga, Vicente, ya sabes.
That's what, again, I love about all this and about creative. There's so many different skills that Fortnite isn't all about one individual thing. You see these guys, and what they're doing is incredibly well. Able to execute the game plan, talk with their teammates, come up with something new, and the Chicken Champions elevated. They were clearly better than the rest at Junkyard Juke, but the question is, will that continue when we get into the Golden Games? Right now, we're going to get a chance to speak with the Chicken Champions, who's up top with Pooks. Pooks, what do you got for us?
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down here with the Chicken Champions, who surprisingly didn't fly the coop. They put on an absolute clinic today in the creative trials. I'm here with Rubius. Now, you guys won the last game as well, so 2 in a row. You guys had a pretty great strategy. Do you want to kind of talk me through that a little bit?
oh, what can I say? It's the power of Norway, the power of Spain, and the power of Detroit. Like, we're crushing it, and we're a chicken, so we're good at hiding. Like, we're not good at shooting and stuff, but at hiding, we're the best. The best strategy, I think, is, well, let him take the big stuff, and we are like the supports. Like, we take the small stuff, the 5 points and stuff like that, and the trick is, don't tell them anybody, but the trick is to go in the corners. Like, no one is watching the corners. It's insane.
So no one is watching the corners. I hope all of your competitors did not hear you just say that. Now, he said that you were in charge of taking the big items. Does that put a little bit more pressure on you?
No, it's good. It works good, so.
So you guys have a ton of confidence now. You have won 2 games in a row. I'm so excited to see how you all perform in the rest of the day. Going into these next games, do you have anything you're going to do?
El inglés de Rubio es bueno, es bueno.
We're just gonna keep things the same, stay
Realmente ese vato que está ahí ya es gringo, güey.
play slow. That's really it. So.
Excepción Queroro, a ver. Yo quiero que hable el Queroro, güey.
Now, I know you guys have really not played together much before. What has that been like, coming together, playing here with your teammates from all over the world?
It's amazing. Share these moments with my team, and the next mode, it's amazing. And
bueno.
This parkour, I think my team is very good in parkour, and I win. We win.
You guys are so confident. I love it.
Oh, mames, güey. Me voy a la verga, dice el C random. Sale, bro, un saludito. Me la saludas.
It's everywhere, man. Thanks for the plug out there, El Rubius. Fantastically well done. Love to everyone all over, no matter where you're watching, whether it's Fortnite.com/watch, on Twitch, on YouTube, in client, you're loading up all that stuff. Thank you guys so much for all of this, it being here. Set 2 is done. It's wrapped up. But I mean, we saw a big shift in the gameplay. We saw a lot of different changes.
Ok, ya terminó, gente. Acabó esta madre. Aquí nos estaban diciendo que muchas gracias por ver el torneo. Dice, muchas gracias por estar aquí. Nos dijeron, muchas gracias por estar aquí, people. Uy, ganar la última partida, guay, qué guay.
Because you get to then process and be like, okay, we were this close. We were right there. If we had maybe like a little bit more aggressive, or like maybe if we were a little bit better on defending, or maybe one person picked a different lane, the result could have been different. And these guys have been so good at adapting to the circumstances that I have no doubt that the Chicken Champions aren't just going to comfortably sit on top.
Yeah, not only that, they gave away some strategies, so we'll see if Bala outside can, kind of break that down and see if he can give us a little more insight on everything.
Thank you so much, guys.
Muchísimas el que gane le dan $1 millón. Ojalá lo donen a mens pobres y huérfanos. A mí, que me lo donen a mí.
Racing away with this one. We're going to take a look at some of the moments from that last game and how
For play.
So here, first off, just having a good time in the front, and also maybe flexing a little bit their trophy that they may have just secured in terms of a llama. We'll find out that later. But their strategy the entire time, they said it before in the last game, they're just trying to go for the high points. They're just trying to score these, at least getting not those 2 points that Monster was advocating for, but go for the statues, go for the boilers, all those things that net you tons of points, and that's how they came out to a lead. Here it is again, them just cheering on. We have the reactions from the Chicken Champions on their win as well. Nice trophy lifts. Maybe they'll be doing that later on here. The statue using that to get above the opponent's vision, their field of view.
Yo con $10,000, igual 5 millones, yo pego $10,000 y ya está.
Just bliss as they win their second game there on Junkyard Juke. Absolutely amazing stuff, guys. I can't wait to see who's going to earn that and who's going to continue on towards their path to the Creative World Cup Champions.
Thank you so much, Bala, for that in-depth analysis. Now, I know you guys want to see the standings. We want to see them as well. Unfortunately, there was a slight little hiccup. We want to make sure everything is right, because this is a huge moment for all of these guys up on that stage. So while we sort that out, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the standings after set 2 and then move into set 3, which is the world premiere, never before seen world run. So if you need to go do anything, go do it now. Take your bio breaks, take care of everything you need, and then we will be right back.
Be back. Y dice, ah, mira, volvemos en... Ah, mira, todavía va a haber otra.
My name's Magma, and today I'm in New York because I qualified for week 4 of the creative trials for Godiga's map. I'm really looking forward to showing my skill set off and meeting all the players and showing...
Este fue el creativo, güey. Friday, one. Ah, mira, mañana también hay yo. Saturday, Sunday, venga. Por ejemplo, ahorita va a ser en 5 minutos va a ser el otro que va a ser, pero va a ser el Pro-Am, o sea, ya otra vez, literal.
And I guess from there afterwards, when I found there was money involved with doing death runs and stuff, that sort of caught me and caught my attention, and I started playing more. So with my team, my captain is Godiga, he's a French content creator, and my teammates are Chaps and Ardia. I think we can do really well at the Creative World Cup. I think our team has a good combination of the death run skills, but also the shooting and building and the good chemistry we have in the team. I think it can really make our team do well. Magma and my team, Raven's Revenge, is going to do really good in the World Cup, and we're going to smash the rest of the competition because we have the Battle Royale skills, building, death run, we have it all.
Here in the production pit, I am in engineering row right now. I am joined by my friend Peyton, and he does the robotics. Let's talk a little bit about that. What do you do specifically here?
We have a bunch of robotic cameras around the arena that we shoot different angles from, and we're able to pick up shots of the players.
Yo cuando haga las partidas privadas, gente, voy a cortar el directo y para subir la miniatura nueva y todo el pedo. Iniciemos de zero.
You're out in the crowd this weekend here live for the Fortnite World Cup. Show us some energy because Peyton is going to be looking for your reactions and you could end up on stream.
You want to play with it, see how it goes?
Of course I do. That's not even a question. Like, I'm so into this right now. This is amazing.
Japonés.
I'm Scarlett. I've come from Japan. I'm happy and excited to be playing with so many players.
Chinos desgraciados. Watashi no arigato gozaimasu.
If I win the Fortnite World Cup, first I want to buy a house, and then I'm going to eat a lot of food.
It's so heavy. World Cup 本戦
I'm definitely going to win the Fortnite World Cup, so keep cheering for me.
Quiero ver qué va a pasar en 2 minutos, brother, en serio.
Hi, I'm Fortnite and I'm here to compete in the most of the trials, and was really excited when they announced the bonus weeks after the original 5 were over, and I competed in the J with 100 level map, and I had to speed run 100 levels, which was good.
Quiero ver qué pasa en 1 minuto 56 segundos, déjame ver.
Death runs that there are, and I good as time as I can. The moment I found out that I qualified, it was just insane, and I wasn't sure if I was going to before that, and it was just crazy that I am here. And Fortnite and the Sunshine Soldiers are going to win because we have 2 captains, so we're twice as good.
What is going on? We're getting some good practice here for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals happening very, very soon. A lot of first thoughts, first looks at the Sky Station Showdown, which is an incredible map.
It was a great map. I mean, it mixes a huge new element into the game. You know, you got to protect the person with a sword, capture the objective, but my team, great teamwork, and, you know, we kind of pulled through at the end there. It was awesome.
1,000%. You know, so being able to kind of get your hands on the map, you know, before, obviously, the big moment.
It's nice.
It's huge. It's huge. And so, like you said a second ago, this is a brand new way of viewing Fortnite and playing Fortnite, which is incredible.
Exactly. It's super exciting to see what people come up with, and then also turning it into a competitive aspect and put it in the game and make this tournament so.
It's amazing. So any general kind of thoughts, concerns maybe about strategy?
Friday Pro-Am.
So we know the strategy.
All right, listen, this is practice still.
we've got the big moment coming up very soon. But do you want to shout out your team real quick?
Yeah, no, we've got some speedrunners in our midst, actually. We've got Tyler, we've got Zand, and Suzu. They are all speedrunners of death runs. And as you know, later in the Creative Cup, there's going to be a death run involved level. So we're going to take that one home, too.
Inspired by the creative man, Scissors himself has made many a streamer, many a content creator very angry with a death run, myself included. Great job with the practice round. We'll see you very soon.
I'm excited. Thank
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup Finals. We are here in day number 1 where the creative finals are going down. The stadium is jam-packed with fans from around the world who have traveled here not only to watch us crown World Cup Creative Finals champions, but also solo and duo champions as well. I'm Zeke, this guy right here is Bala, and we're getting ready to hop back into all of the action. Now, I think, you know, we've seen a little bit of the first 2 game modes. You know, we got to see a little bit of the Sky Station Showdown. We got to see a little bit of that Junkyard Juke, but there's actually something that Sundown teased, and that is the World Run.
Yep. The World Run coming up next. It is an awesome, you know, it's something that I think a lot of these players are used to.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be very, very comfortable here. We'll have to see whether the challenge of the obstacle course will be, you know, anything that these guys can balk at, or if they're going to be able to just cruise through it. We'll see. It's going to be fun, though.
Well, it's going to be really interesting, right? A lot of these players are very familiar with death runs, and it's very, like, mechanical, right?
Yep.
If you know how to execute, you can get through these obstacles, but you have to kind of get your eyes on them first, figure out how they work, and then make it through. So I think it's going to be very interesting, very fun for everyone here, and all the players as well. I'm hoping to see someone make it to the end. I don't know that anyone will, though.
Well,
We'll
there's
see.
30 coins, and from what we've seen in practice between us and other people, it's very difficult, so we'll see. We'll hop into the overview and stuff like that later, but just to give like some examples of the things that there are, there's, you know, the trap, trying to trigger them, making sure you move, impulse grenades are in play.
Y bueno, people, pues volvemos con las partidas privadotas. Así que venga, cracks, ya terminó esto del modo creativo. Así que nada, gente, yo soy Gunter. Nos vemos en una próxima entrega. Bueno, en una próxima entrega en un momento. Y nada, gente, nos vemos en la próxima entrega. Espero que hayan disfrutado este directo y este final de la World Cup modo creativo. Así que nada, cracks, yo soy Gunter. Y nos vemos en breve, cracks. Así que nada, un saludito. Let's go.
And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, been finding ways to get away, to see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken